Hi, welcome to this part of my review featuring Fabula Ultima TTJRPG. If you haven't seen the other parts of my review featuring this tabletop role-playing game that attempts to bring the Japanese video game experience to your table, please check out the playlist in the description below. This time we are going to talk about equipment and the classic characters. When you create your character, you get a budget of Zenith to purchase equipment. By default, you can only purchase basic weapons and basic armor and shields. If you wish to purchase rare items or transports, that depends on the campaign. You need to figure that out with the game master and the group. If you wish to purchase martial equipment, you must be able to equip such items. For example, the Dark Blade allows you to equip martial melee weapons and martial armor, while the Sharpshooter allows you to equip martial ranged weapons and martial shields. You can modify the aesthetics of these weapons and armor. For example, in the case of the Bronze Sword, maybe you want to wield a scimitar. Or in the case of a silk vest, maybe you prefer a kimono. If you want to, you can also create your own items, with the approval of the game master and the group, of course. When it comes to basic weapons, you have things such as the staff, the iron knuckle, the chain whip, the great sword, the katana. Concerning basic armor and shields, you have things such as the combat tunic, the sage robe, the runic plate, the steel plate. When it comes to shields, you have the bronze shield and the runic shield. Now, concerning the classic characters, these could be considered pre-generated characters or templates. You have things such as the Alchemist, with D8 of Dexterity, D10 of Insight, D6 of Might, and Willpower of D8. You have things such as 3 levels of Tinkerer, with gadgets, Alchemy Basic, Potion, Rain, and Secret Formula. You also have 2 levels of Wayfarer, with features such as Resourceful and Tavern Talk. Then we have the Black Knight, with Dexterity of D8, Insight of D6, Might of D10, and Willpower of D8. You have 2 levels of Dark Blade, with Shadow Strike. You have 1 level of Entropist, with Entropic Magic, Drain Vigor. You have 2 levels of Weapon Master, with Blade Storm and Melee Weapon Mastery. You also have the Monster Mage, with Dexterity of D8, Insight of D6, Might D10, and Willpower D8. You have 3 levels of Chimerist, with Feral Speech and Spell Mimic. You also have 1 level of Wayfarer, with Faithful Companion, and 1 level of Weapon Master, with Breach. And you have many other classic character archetypes such as the Gambler, the Gunslinger, the Healer, the Ninja, the Ranger, the Red Sorcerer, the Samurai, the Soldier, just to name a few. These are composed of the character classes that we will cover in the next parts of this review. And this concludes this part of the review. Of course, in the next part we are going to start taking a look at the character classes. When it comes to these classic characters, they are great to get started right away. They cover many different archetypes that you would expect to see in a Japanese video game RPG. And the equipment list is sufficient enough to get started with the sort of gear, items, weapons, armor, etc. that could become staples of your player character. Thank you for watching this part of the review, and thank you for your likes and your comments. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know. And thank you so much to those of you that are going the extra mile to support the channel. If anyone else wishes to further support the channel, the information on how to do that will be in the description below. And remember, it is better to roleplay and fail in character than not to roleplay and fail as a player. Once again, thank you, and see you later.